Hello and welcome to another Dragonstorm Studios video. And today, we're going to be drawing Alias V. In our last video, the one with Noxious, we had left off where I had drawn the eyes and I'd done some work on the face, but I really didn't get very far. So I'm going to continue on and very little preamble today. I'm just going to get right to it. So I've got my picture of Alias V. I'm just going to call her Alias for the time being. And I think we're ready to go. And I must admit to all of you that up until now, I've told you that I was running out of people to draw for the channel, and Alias here is actually an exception to that rule. I kind of lied to you a little bit, but not really. When I first started doing this series, Merchant, Alias, and CGB were the streamers I kind of watched most often for Magic. And very early on, I had drawn a picture of Alias, and it didn't really work out. So I tried again, because this channel is all about try again, lots of chances, lots of showing improvement, and that one didn't work out either. So I tried drawing her a third time, and well, that didn't work either. So this is actually the 5th attempt at drawing Alias, and Roman numeral for 5 is V. So I am confident. I am supremely confident that this is going to be a great video. I am sure this is going to work out just great. And my other attempts weren't, I mean, the worst. Oh my God, what have I done? They had, I mean, merit to them for the love of a Johnny. No, why? I mean, they weren't the worst in the world. Sweet mother of Ketra. And let's face it, I learned so much from those experiences. Nope. So I'm hoping that 5th attempt is a charm. So let's do this. Let's go on this journey together, dear viewer, and see how we do. So what I've done is I've marked out areas of light and dark on the picture. So I've tried to give myself something to work with here, using the picture I've got to help me organize the image and try and get all of the things I need in the right spots. And I'm just going to go over those. I'm really using a light touch with the pencil as much as possible. Side of the pencil when necessary. And the minute I'm going too dark with the pencil, and that will start happening close to this cheekbone light source here, I'm going to switch over to my blending stomp. I've got the bigger one here today just because I've got larger areas to fill in. And this one here, this side anyways, has not been quite as well used as my other one. I need to clean that one really badly. And if you ever need to clean a blending stomp off, all you need is a bit of sandpaper. And you're just going to lightly, with a very, not coarse, a very fine grain. And you're just going to want to go over that with a fine grain, and it just peels off gently that outer layer of paper that makes up a blending stomp, which is essentially just a bunch of paper that's been compressed into a stick. And the beauty is that the parts I've marked off very lightly in pencil become part of the graphite I use to shade around that light spot. So there's the cheekbone. And yeah, not looking too bad. But yeah, this is a thing that unfortunately has been a trend for me. Josh Lee Kwai video, Noxious, Aaron Girdler, 1st attempt. Drew them, turned out great, moved on, was very happy with my life. Olivia Gobert Hicks took me 3 attempts. NTG Nerd Girl, I showed you my first attempt on that one, but the second one kind of worked out better. And this one here, attempt number, what did I say? This is 5? Jeez. I'm, yep, I don't know. I think I'm getting better at drawing women, but I'm still requiring lots of practice. And like I said, the number of attempts I've made is vastly larger, longer, more. I've made more attempts and ones that just didn't work out. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, but Dragonstorm, you said that art doesn't look good till it's finished. And that's true. But sometimes art just doesn't look good. and well, I think I was able to prove that earlier in this video. So as usual, I'm going to try and spend about 10 minutes just working away here. And I'm hoping that by the time I'm done, it looks a little bit better, a little more like the young lady herself. And if it doesn't, well, you know what? I'm going to post this video anyways, because I think after 5 attempts, I'm done. I'm ready to move on. I am ready to move on with my life. I feel as if I have made, you know, a more than fair series of attempts. Yeah, let's go with that. So anyways, back to the drawing. Lots of shading. And I think maybe part of my problem is the fact that the pictures I've found, the people that I've drawn, have all been very much studio pictures. Taken in a studio, very controlled lighting. And I think maybe that's part of the problem, because that, A, is not always a very natural setting, but B, the shadows become really pronounced. And in a black and white drawing, very often, pronounced shadows look kind of messy, as if the person's, I don't know, got like a dirty face. I mean that like, as in like covered in dirt, like not looking clean, if that makes sense. And I mean, it can come across like that anyways. And this is where I think the digital artists have an advantage. And I don't often say that. I respect the digital artists, but it's not my thing, my jam. But I think they've got it when it comes to these very subtle effects. If I put my head in front of the camera, I apologize just there. But you know what? We are going to still try it out and do our best and see how this turns out. That looks a bit too dark. This is what I was talking about being kind of almost like dirty or messy. It just looks too dark. It's a very subtle effect we want. And in the studio pictures, you often don't get subtle. Like for example, in the chin here, you've got this curve, and you can see it there in the picture, and it's almost stark between the light chin and the dark shadow. But if we make it too dark in our drawing, it just looks messy. So it's I think maybe a lesson I'm learning here, and I didn't actually think about it until just now, that maybe I need to find less of these studio portraits, ones that are done with the heavy dramatic shadows, because maybe that's really not helping here. And I like to think that I'm learning a lot in this channel as well about not only, you know, art, but, you know, some techniques and who I am as well as an artist. We're all trying to discover that. I think it's a journey we're making all together here. So 8 minutes, 29 seconds in, and I think I want to say it's already looking better. I was very nervous about making this video, to be honest with you, because I wasn't really happy with how it was looking before. But I remembered, I thought back to the Noxious video, which I also wasn't happy with when I started, and it was looking much better when I was done. So I am going to try very hard to take the advice that I've been giving you, and follow that to the best of my ability. Because let's face it, when it comes down to it, that advice really is meant in good faith. I do actually mean it, so I should probably stick to it as well. So just like with the Josh Lee Kwai video with the glasses, I did the eyes first, and then the glasses go around them. I think I got the eyes fairly well done. I think they're a little bit large, but when I tried to make them smaller, I had already gotten to the point where I had used my dark tones. And there's a little regret there in me that I didn't notice they were a bit too big first. But again, I am going to chalk that up to a lesson learned and move on. And who knows, maybe even just darkening the glasses, because they are dark in the picture as well. Maybe that will help make the light parts stand out more and just look better. We'll see. We will see. But regardless, I'm hoping that if nothing else, this video has shown you that even people who are confident enough to make videos like this don't always have things turn out perfectly. And if, let's say, this does look good when it's done, and I hope it does, then there's that lesson again, that things don't look good until they're finished. So I'll keep working on it. I will post the finished version here, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye now.